Hey, what's up, sports bettors? So there are an insane, absolutely insane amount of promos out there on the main sportsbooks. Fanduel, DraftKings, Caesars. Obviously, the launch in New York is pretty big, and sportsbooks are offering a ton of different promos in betting options for users. So I'm going to go through, explain to you what I bet, why I like it, and we can talk about a little bit the math behind each promotion. Now, I will say, again, these are not the only bets I'm placing, but most of the OddsJam positive EV bets, I'm just giving them out in real time on TikTok, so hopefully people are able to tail them. So like you can see right here, Seattle -1 puck line tomorrow. You can get plus 215 on Twin Spires. Pin, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, they're only giving you plus 178, right? So clearly some insane value on this plus 215, and this bet has 8.93% edge or profit margin to the zero vig line from Pin, the sharpest sportsbook out there. So what we can do is bet on it. I mean, I might as well place one plus EV bet. So you can see it came down a little bit already to plus 210. I'm going to try to put $500. Twin Spires is going to be like, nope, you've made way too much money off us. We'll give you 40.93. But whatever, I'll place that bet and then I can add it to my bet tracker. So click here, 40.93. Now we have one mathematically profitable bet place. This already came down to plus 210. So the edge or the profit margin would be a little lower than 8.93%, about 8%. So for every $100 we bet, we're expecting to earn an 8% return, 8% profit margin, right? Which is insane. The return of the stock market is 8% a year. We're earning 8% in one bet. So this is just ruthless line shopping, looking for great lines on sportsbooks and using data, no picks, none of that BS to inform your betting decisions. So Seattle -1, I just bet that. But anyways, let's get into these promos. So here we have Caesars. Then we have DraftKings right here. They have a VIP NFL Ironman, it looks like. And then we have Fanduel right here. So Fanduel, I tried to bet this little odds boost thing for $50, but they say max wager 250. I'm not even going to bother. But if you go over to promos, there are two good promos I wanted to discuss. First, we have a full-length video about this. So if you want to see the full-length video of how insane this promo is, just look up First Basket Fridays, OddsJam. We also have an article on OddsJam about this promotion. It is amazing. And essentially, you bet $25 on a first basket score wager on any NBA game, and FanDuel will give you $1 bonus in site credit for each three-pointer both teams score in the game. So if we go to my bets, what you can see is I bet on this Alex Len guy plus 1,300. And the reason, I'm not going to spend too much time discussing why I bet him because this promo is just so profitable, you should absolutely bet it. But if we go to NBA, we go to player props, we go to first field goal, and then I look up this Alex Len guy, you can see he's only plus 1,100 on DraftKings. So maybe seems like there's a little bit of value on the plus 1,300. Now, why did I pick the Rockets-Kings game? If you just look at the totals for these games, you want to bet on a game with the high points total, right? More points should imply more three-pointers in the game, which should imply more money you get from FanDuel in bonus funds, right? So you want to bet on a game with a high point total. It would make absolutely no sense to place this bet on, the Celtics 76ers game where the point total is set at 207.5 because you're getting roughly 33 more points in the Rockets-Kings game, which means we should probably get a higher bonus. So if I go over to this random site as well, what I can do is I can see the average number of threes. The Rockets are averaging like 13.1 threes per game, and then Sacramento's averaging like 11.7, right? So basically, I'm expecting to get $25 in bonus funds. Like, we're expecting probably about 25 threes in this game. So even if my wager on Alex Len doesn't win, there's probably going to be 25-ish three-pointers in the game, which means even if my bet loses, I'm getting this money back from FanDuel. So that's the first promo. Next, we have this other promo for the Cardinals-Rams game on Monday. So you bet $25 on a first touchdown score with cash, and you get a $5 bonus in site credit for each touchdown your player's team scores. So if we go to this game, you can see the Rams are minus 198. They're the favored team, which means they are expected to score more touchdowns, right? So I ended up going with Sony Michel, first touchdown, plus 650 odds. And again, the reason you want to bet on a Rams player is if I just try to find this market, if I go to totals and we go to total touchdowns away team versus home team, the Rams are projected to score more touchdowns, right? Over 3, minus 120. So we're expecting roughly 3 touchdowns from the Rams, which means a $15 bonus from Fanduel for placing this bet, right? Just 3 times 5. The markets are implying the Rams are going to score 3 touchdowns. We're getting $5 per Rams touchdown, which means we're expecting a $15 bonus from Fanduel. And then the last one was NFL playoff same game parlay bet and get. You bet $200 in cumulative NFL wildcard same game wagers, and FanDuel just gives you $100 for free. These 3 promos, combined are like $125 in value. Absolutely insane. Taking advantage of them. So definitely bet this as well. What I ended up going with when I was in Indiana is a same game parlay on the Cowboys 49ers game. I was limited to 162.50 on this. FanDuel wouldn't take $200 on this square frickin' parlay. So I bet $37.50 on this one as well. Again, it's super profitable. You bet $200 in same game parlays, FanDuel gives you $100. And if you don't want to put $200 just on one same game parlay, what you can do is you can, split up your same game parlay wagers into 3 wagers, 4 wagers, 5 wagers, right? You could bet $20 on 10 different same game parlay wagers, and you won't have much risk. Probably one will win, and guaranteed that $100 you're going to get from FanDuel will make this a profitable promo for you. So if you have questions, of course, about these promos, reach out to us at OddsJam, contact@oddsjam.com. We're happy to explain them in more detail. But what we can do now is we can flip over to Caesars. So first, they have this promo. So you bet $25 on the Celtics 76ers game, and they will give you, if your team covers the spread, a free bet up to $25. So I already bet this, but if we go to the Celtics game now, you can see that they are 3.5 point underdogs. So if we type in the Celtics game, I'll leave my favorite place in the world, the OddsJam plus EV page. But if we go to the Celtics game and then we go to point spread, we can kind of scroll down. You can see that most books, have this minus, it's roughly minus 105, minus 105. Take whatever you want. There's not going to be a change in EV by either betting on the Celtics spread or the 76er spread. Just pick one. Just make sure you bet it because it's super good. And then they also have a 33% NFL parlay boost. So what we can do is we can place a parlay. So what I'll do is I'll go to the OddsJam plus EV page. The parlay has to have 3 legs, and I'm just going to look for 3 plus EV betting opportunities from OddsJam so I can maximize value, right? I'm taking mathematically profitable bets. I'm parlaying them together, which means that my parlay is mathematically profitable. And then on top of that, I'm getting a 33% boost. It's insanely profitable. So the first one we'll go with is this Bills-Patriots game. So we want this guy under 39.5 rushing yards. So we'll take that. That will be my first leg. Then I want Hunter Henry over, that's the same game, so I'm going to skip that. But we can just essentially look for 3 good lines on Caesars. So I'll just type in football and kind of scroll through. So those are from the same game, so I can't include them. Bryan Edwards doesn't seem particularly good. Here we have one. Elliot under 2.5 receptions. Seems like there's a little value there. So I'll go to the Cowboys game. And we'll go to player props again. Trying to move quick before these mathematically profitable bets move. And we'll go here. Receptions, Cowboys, Elliot under 2.5. And then we need one final leg. So we have 2. That's in the same game. Jennings under 2.5 receptions. So we just need one more leg if it's possible on Caesars. So Mac Jones over 30.5 passing attempts. So we can continue to scroll through. That's from the same game. That's from the same game. I'll just go with this. Gronk under 58.5 receiving yards, kind of like that. So that will be our last leg, and then we'll get a 33% boost. So we're taking a mathematically profitable parlay. Every leg is positive EV from the OddsJam Plus EV page, so our parlay is already great. And then we're getting a 33% boost on top of that. So player receiving yards, I want rushing receiving, no. So Bucks under 58.5, Gronk, let's fade Gronk. And then I get a 33% profit boost. So this is just an insanely profitable promo. So I'll hit that. $50, 33% profit boost. So that's Caesars. And then we have DraftKings. So let's talk about DraftKings. So I have a ton of bets, I believe, open on DraftKings right now. Some of them are promo bets. So the first promo I took is no offensive score on the first drive of the game. Eagles Buccaneers boosted from -200 to -125. So just absolutely insane value on that. And then we can see what else do they have. They have, so I bet this one. This one seemed, yeah, I'm holding off. They have this NFL Wildcard Same Game Parlay Bet and Get, which says, for every $10 you bet in same game parlays, they'll give you $3 towards a free bet, and you can place up to 111 of them. Max free bet awarded, 333. This is definitely profitable. Just takes a lot of time to make that many $10 same game parlay bets. So, you can do it if you want. It's definitely good. NFL Wildcard Weekend, I already placed this. It's definitely good as well. Place a same game parlay on any NFL Wildcard Weekend game, and if your bet loses, they'll give you a free bet back. So this is just a risk-free bet from DraftKings. Your bet loses, they give you back a free bet. So if we go to my unsettled bets, I think I have some already placed for this. So we do. Here they are. I have 3 bets placed for this. So Bills, Diggs, first touchdown. You want your risk-free bet to have long odds to maximize value because it's a risk-free bet. If you lose, you get your money back. It's a free lottery ticket, so you want that lottery ticket to have high odds. So we already have some bets placed there for that promo. And then there's this hammer the over promo, which is literally free money. So every 5,000 bettors who bet on this, you get... or they lower the point total required, the OU, by 1, I believe. So if we go back to the homepage of DraftKings, we can see where it is now. So it's already at 23 points. So you're getting over under 23. This will continue to go lower at -110 odds, which is absolutely insane because if we go to the alternate total of the Patriots game, right, like over 32.5 is -575 odds. And what you're getting with this promo is over 23. Over 23 at -110 odds. Absolutely insane. And then the final promo is right here, NFL VIP NFL Ironman. I wasn't even aware this existed until I just logged in, but that's pretty exciting. So how does this work? How does this VIP promo work? We can kind of scroll through. So you opt in. So if you place $5,000 in NFL same game parlay bets, DraftKings gives you a $750 free bet. That is a lot of same game parlays. But, I'll probably bet it, to be honest. So you place $500 in NFL parlays, they'll give you a $500 free bet. You place $500 in live bets, they give you a $500 free bet. Or you place $5,000 in settled single NFL pregame bets, and they'll give you a $500 free bet. So you don't have to do all these. You can kind of pick and choose. I'm definitely going to do them all because that sounds really fun and really profitable. So yeah, I'm for sure going to bet this. What we can actually do is I can see if there's anything good out there right now. So I'll hit bet now. What I can do is I can go back here. We can see if there's any plus EV bets available on DraftKings. So we can go to football. Like, this is clearly profitable. So you bet $5,000 in pre-match wagers. You're getting back 10% of your money in the form of a free bet. So you're getting back $500 free bet. Let's say free bets are worth 70 cents on the dollar. So you're getting $350 for betting $5,000, which beats the VIG, right? For at least most props in most mainline markets, this is definitely a profitable promo. So we can kind of scroll through and see if there's any player props or something like that on DraftKings that we want to take advantage of. And then we just have to work our way towards $5,000 total bet on each of these. Same game parlays, live wagers, pre-game wagers. So I'll obviously use the $9 a day OddsJam live feature when I place these live bets. But let's see if anything's on DraftKings. No. Kansas City Chiefs. I already have this bet from one of my live streams. Kansas City Chiefs first half point spread, so I'll avoid that. I already have it bet. Kansas City Chiefs first half point spread. I'll avoid that. Player interceptions, Kyler Murray. I mean, shit. I'm down to dabble with that. So we go to NFL. We go to this joke of a quarterback. I'm obviously kidding. And then we go to interceptions. We'll go to Murray. Over 1.5 plus 150. What was the EV on that? 1.47% EV. But again, I'm working my way towards. So I'm already placing a bet that seems a little good. It's mathematically profitable. It's positive EV. And on top of that, if I bet $5,000 this weekend, DraftKings will just give me, $200 or $500 free bet. But what I do want to see, is it only this weekend, or does that include Monday games? Again, you kind of need to look into the terms. So it's between the 14th and the 17th. So this should be fine. So Kyler Murray interception, let's throw 250 on it. Boom. We got one bet placed. Are there any other plus EV bets on DraftKings? So football. Let's see. Let's get back to that Murray one. I already bet those. No, I'm going to skip that. This, even if you're not able to find exact all your bets from the plus EV page, again, this promo is profitable if you're just betting, right? Even if you're betting blindly into NFL money lines, this promo would be profitable because you're getting 10% of your money back in the form of a free bet. So what we can do is we can, the line on the Cowboys seems a little good. BM's all the way down at minus 161. DraftKings is offering you the best odds on the Cowboys. So Cowboys seems like a decent line. I think I already have some money bet on the 49ers on Caesars. So I'm down to dabble a little bit with the Cowboys. So we can go here and then we can hit it. So now we're going to have $1,500 placed. We have to bet $5,000 total. And then we have to bet parlays, and we have to bet $5,000 in parlays, and then live and same game parlay wagers. So now I'm 1,500 out of 5,000 through. So I'm 30% of the way through my pregame wagers, but I also have to play some parlays. So what I could do is just be okay, well, I have to play some parlays. So I'll take this line, which is best offered on DraftKings, right? And then I can combine it with the Murray player prop. So I'll go back here. I'll go to player props, interceptions, Murray over 1.5. We can go back to that market. Again, looking at these lines, you're not getting it's not like this bet is positive EV. It's not like I would bet this if there wasn't a promo, but it's, pretty good just line shopping, looking for value versus other sports books. You're not getting a terrible line. Maybe you're losing 1% or so to the VIG, but you're getting back 10% in free bets. So what we can do is go to the Cardinals game where the plus EV bet was on Murray interceptions. I'll try to move quick because maybe someone else is trying to bet it. And you can see plus 105, seems like maybe a little bit of value. So we could parlay these together, and now we have a parlay plus 241 odds, and now we'll start working our way through this parlay. So we'll have $250 bet in parlays, and we have to bet 4,750 more, and then I still need to bet 3,500 in pre-match. So pretty exciting stuff. That's all the promos that I kind of found for this weekend on the main three sportsbooks. There are a ton on other sportsbooks. So if you're curious, reach out to us, contact@oddsjam.com. If you have questions about what sportsbooks to sign up for, everything like that, reach out to us. And should be a a big weekend of betting for me, thanks to this, VIP Ironman promotion on DraftKings Sportsbook. I want that $22.50 in free bets for sure. And each qualifying bet must have a minimum odds of minus 250. So make sure you read into the terms of all these promos as well. But a bunch of value out there, a ton of value out there. So check it out. Any questions you have about OddsJam, reach out to us. Thanks.